This week on our channel, we're gonna try something completely different, something we've never done before, a themed week called Light Week. And we're gonna start off with a plane we've only flown on the channel one time, but we absolutely love. This is the UMX Night Vapor, and it comes completely ready to fly at what we think is a really good price. Also, just know that like most UMX planes, you should keep the box because it makes an amazing carrying case for your plane. Mine's already out.
It's like, where's the plane?
Oops, forgot it. No, this is the awesome little plane that flies so well at the end of the day. I don't care if you've never flown before or if you've got an entire fleet of planes, this thing belongs in your collection because it's so unique and it's just really fun to fly casually at the end of the day. The batteries are cheap for it. The ready to fly setup is awesome, and it's been a while since we've flown it. So let's put this in the air and fly and have some fun. It's such a delicate little flyer, but it's also made to fly indoors and things too. I mean, this thing is just awesome. I've forgotten how so cool it is.
We should have waited till it was darker.
Actually dark.
Yeah.
Or like right on the edge of darkness.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's hard to judge that when you're leaving and packing up everything. And for a 3-channel little airplane, something that you can fly in gyms, like a basketball court. I mean, you can fly this in some living rooms, you know? I mean, this is very cool. It can fly, look how tight
whoa,
space
whoa,
I can see. Whole figure 8 pattern. You could fly this down a lot of hallways, you know? It is a very cool little flyer, like a, you don't need any space at all. All this thing needs is very little wind to fly. Now, it has safe, so you can have this perfect flight stabilization, but also you can turn safe off. But what we've learned is by turning safe off, I wasn't even in safe on that flight mode. I feel like it flies the best in safe. It's very stable. But when you turn safe off, you can do a few funky things with it, but right now safe is on, and I mean, look how slow and just delicately that is flying. Look at that, and that's hands-free, just so you guys know. That's true perfection, if you ask me. Some people, when we did our maiden flight, were a little bit upset by the price of this thing, but it comes out of the box just like this. I've done nothing to it. You just charge the battery with the included charger and the included battery, and it flies perfectly like this. Now, if you're a speed junkie and you need your jets going over 100 miles an hour, I'm gonna say you really should get one of these anyway, because it's kind of like the crawling RCs of the world. I'm sure that maybe watching this video isn't extremely exciting, but to me, this is exciting. The fact that that plane is flying that well, hands-free, and the only reason it's turning is the slight 1 mile an hour gust that I have. Look at that. That is just amazing, as we have a little bit of lightning in the background rolling in. It's very far away, but we're actually trying to beat a storm that is coming in. And so the reason we're here in this grassy field is to show you guys that you can fly this anywhere. Actually, this is an excessively large grassy field. I think we might bring some bigger airplanes to fly here, maybe sometime, I'm not sure, but it's a cool spot, and I thought this would be a really neat place to fly this airplane. I wanted to fly something today, but I didn't have a lot of time to prep anything. I certainly didn't have time to build anything. And so I thought, I gotta grab something and just put it in the air. And I made this decision about a half hour ago.
Oops, sorry.
And that is the beauty of this airplane. It is a grab and go, enjoy it at the end of the day. Like if you didn't get to fly today and you want to put something in the air, this is the perfect choice. I just can't get over how well that's flying. And that's about a quarter throttle. You know, it took about a half hour to charge the little 1-cell, 1S LiPo, and that was out of a storage charge. And then here you have this awesome little airplane that you could fly. I don't recommend you do this, but like near your neighbor's house and really make them think that UFOs are coming to get them. The lights on this thing just look so good. They're really bright LEDs for such a micro little flyer. And as I've said, it is such a delicate little plane. Now I'm putzing around at a quarter throttle, but let's show you guys what full throttle looks like. So here we'll power up and know that we can zip this around a lot faster if we really want to. I just don't think that's where this thing shines, but if you felt like you had to show off to your friends or something, there's a full throttle flyby. We'll turn safe off, and I can't remember, yeah, we can do a little bit of a loop, but it's nothing too fancy. Oof, did you see that lightning?
Nope.
Okay, here we go. And there's a loop and then safe on, and I'll throttle down. This is just a really cool, unique little airplane. I'd love to fly this inside. It's something that I miss very much is E-Fest. That was, what, Champaign, Illinois?
Hobbyco.
Yeah, Hobbyco put that event on. It was really cool. No one really does indoor events, especially now after this last year and a half that we've all lived through. But even without that, no one was really doing awesome, open to the public indoor RC events. And that's kind of where Abby and I got our whole event thing started, by going to events. I think E-Fest was our very first one, right?
Right.
And it just is like near and dear to our hearts because that was always middle of the winter too. So it's really nice to get into this massive indoor facility and fly stuff like this around, but nothing exactly quite like this. They had this without lights back when we first started. And Abby and I were so jealous of people that had them because at the time we just couldn't afford anything like that. But this is top of the line, extremely high quality, feather little floaty flyer, and man, it's just awesome. Let's try zero throttle. Let's fly up, powered up, and then I want to try gliding it down. So that's zero throttle. So even at, the prop is completely stopped and it just falls out of the sky, but it's not going to hurt it if it would hit the ground at zero throttle. So if you go completely dead stick, let's try to do that much closer to us. See if we can get it to
Well, I do recommend
so
this as an intermediate plane.
That's weird that they
aircraft
do that
because it's
throttle.
Delicate.
I guess so.
Why.
So I steered it just a bit to avoid us, but
I think what they're thinking is the more advanced flyers will know to not like full throttle crash this into the ground.
About a third throttle, maybe half throttle, and then you just use that right stick left and right and it'll steer this thing. Very delicate little inputs. All I'm doing is just, a lot of people when they first get their first airplane, this is what they tend to do because they're used to playing video games. They go full left, full right. They push the sticks all over the place and they lose control. It's very minimal input, you guys. You really just, maybe 20% of that stick moves, maybe 30%. If you really need a fast last minute decision, boom, you can move it a little sharper, but you're only gonna hold it in that full position for about 1 to 2 seconds. Now that lightning strike, it's really far out there. It's so far out we can't even.
You keep saying it, but I have not seen it at all.
Well, I'm seeing it in my peripheral vision, so probably not on camera. But there is lightning way off in the background. Of course, you guys shouldn't fly if you know storm's coming in, but this one is really far away, and we're ready to go if we need to.
We're on a pretty big hill.
Yeah, so we'll scoot if it gets any closer, but can't even hear the thunder. So just a peaceful way to start Light Week on our channel. I mean, we could do some drones, we could do boats. You guys, this is just the start of the week, so put your recommendations in the comments below. Maybe there's a new airplane that we've never had.
It's only light flight week, right?
I don't know. If we have
just light week.
It could be light week.
Okay.
I kind of want it to be light flight week, but
the viewers will decide.
The viewers will decide. And what I'm blown away by is how efficient this airplane is. This will get ridiculously long flight times even with doing manovers like
I
this.
saw a little bit of lightning right there.
So we can pull off loops on this airplane. And that was a strike that says let's land it. That was super bright. I don't know if you saw that one.
I saw it. That was scary.
So there, Light Week, even God's getting in on this one.
How appropriate.
Yeah. Let's put this down. Let's land it nice and smooth. I didn't want to like smash it down into the ground. Nice, smooth, feathered landing. Oh man, that was about a half-mile-an-hour landing. Well, this thing has 3 different flight modes on the ready to fly radio, and you can pick this up that's not ready to fly too. They have a bind and fly option as well. But actually, I think that flew better than the first time we took it out to fly it, and we didn't get any low battery or anything. We could have kept flying, but this kind of scary storm behind us is rolling in and forced us to land a little early. Look at all that rudder authority. Elevator authority is really nice on this thing. As long as you are delicate with this, you go zero throttle when you come in to land, it's going to last you a really long time, especially if you keep it in that awesome little box. So what do you guys think of Light Flight Week on the TheRcSaylors? First time ever. We do Boat Week and some other themed things like Budget Plane Week, but now we're kicking this off with just something fun, just something really fun. So that's what we're going to do this week. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Hopefully the weather cooperates. If not, this might be the end of Light Flight Week. I don't know. We'll see. This will be linked in the description box below. If you want to pick one up for yourself, know that using that link helps support our channel and our family. Guys, there are thousands of you that watch our video and decide to go buy something down at your local hobby shop 10 miles from your house. And that's cool. Do that occasionally, of course, but also please consider supporting our channel. We do these videos 100% free with our Patreon supporters, but it's totally free to watch. And so if you're gonna buy this airplane and maybe we helped you decide to buy it, at least consider using that link because it won't cost you an extra penny. And I'm gonna say this on top of that, just as a huge favor to our channel, if you appreciate the morals and values that we are throwing out there and you want to see more of that, then maybe you don't want this airplane, but there's something else on Horizon's website that you do want. You can buy that by clicking this link, go search for your Arma Vortex, and then buy that, and that'll help support us too. So that means the world to us. We really appreciate it. Like I said, Light Flight Week, I don't know if you guys have seen any back there, but while I was flying, I could. Those lightning strikes are getting a little bit closer, and I think that's God's way of saying, hey, I like Light Flight Week too. So massive thanks to God for just helping us enjoy this hobby to its fullest. I mean, just another beautiful day to be alive, and we're very grateful. And while we're saying thanks, thank you to our Patreon supporters. We'll have our maiden flight of this video popping up right about now, where Abby actually was the one that flew this for the most part, and that was a lot of fun. Definitely worth your time checking out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.